Hi everyone, my name's Sarah and I'm back with Lanier and I am here to show you how to make a third-degree burn. First thing, you're going to need something to mix your stuff with, some liquid latex, some gloves, something to put your latex on like a little glass work table, and some makeup palettes. You can use alcohol-based or not, just really depends on your preference. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. First thing, I'm going to get a good bit of latex up on my glove and I'm just going to smear it around my workstation. Get a good first layer on, but you don't want it to be too thick, otherwise it'll take a very long time to dry. Alright, after I do that, I'm going to take my blow dryer and I'm going to spend a few minutes trying to dry this first layer before I apply my second layer. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pour on this second layer. I'm going to be a little bit more liberal with the second layer liquid latex. Just spread it around, make sure it's evenly spread, and then I'm going to take my blow dryer again and make sure that second layer is dry. All right, you can see here I'm dabbing to make sure it's sufficiently dry. All right, now I'm going to be checking to see if my liquid latex is dry, and it is. So I'm going to be taking some scissors and I will be cutting holes. I want this to almost look like blisters have popped and this is the skin that's left over. So I'm going to try to curl some of the dried edges of the slashes I'm making here with the scissors. Now, as you can see, the latex is still a little wet, making it a little bit harder to work with. It's sticking to my glass workstation a little bit more. So I'm going to be taking my blow dryer and trying to dry it a little. And as it's drying, I'm going to be pushing back some of those edges to make it look more round, almost blister-like rather than gash-like. Alright, and now I'm going to give it a few days for the latex to fully dry. Hi everyone, I am back to color in my burn a few days later. So you can see here I am checking to make sure my latex is dry, and of course it is. It's been a few days. So I'm going to get my palette knife here, and I'm also going to take a flat edge, almost spatula like you saw in the first half of my video, and I'm going to be using that to gently peel it off my glass workstation. Be really careful as you're peeling this off. Of course, working on the class workstation makes it a little bit easier to come off. However, notice I'm trying to hold the edges taut as I'm pulling it up. And this is because latex can be very sticky to other latex. Once the edges kind of stick together, it's very difficult to pull them apart. So just be cautious of that if you plan on making this. Alright, now that I've removed it from my countertop, I am going to take some glue adhesive spirit gum and put it on the other side of this. Alright, I've gone ahead and applied spirit gum pretty liberally. There are a few places I see patches where I did not apply it. I'm going to go back in and fill in those patches. Spirit gum is a glue adhesive that's safe for mannequin and standardized patient skin. This is the remover that I would recommend using. You can get it on Amazon. Alright, I've already gone ahead and applied my latex, and I've color matched the outer burn color to the patient's skin. I've taken red and brown color palette and mixed it with a Vaseline to get a nice good color. Here I am taking the medium color red that I have, and I am just going to generally apply it. It's almost like my base color to the latex. I'm going to go ahead and color in all the blister holes and over the edges that are between the blisters. Alright, after I'm done with that, I'm going to take the next darkest red and kind of go in and color in around those blisters. Just randomly, I'm not really choosing any particular spot. Just want to make it darker in some areas, almost like he was really singed in these places. Alright, after that, I'm going to be taking the darkest color in my Bruise Mill palette. It's almost kind of a purple-black color. And then I'm going to be following closely behind that really dark purplish red that I just applied. And I'm going to be making it almost like a gradient of colors. Now I'm applying a little Vaseline just to help me blend these colors together a little bit more so they're not as splotchy. Notice I'm using my glove for a lot of this application and instead of a makeup sponge, which is what I typically use. I just feel like a makeup sponge is a little bit harder to apply some of the makeup to this latex rather than a glove. A glove allows all of the color to be transferred like I want it to be. Now I'm taking that light pink color that I made at the beginning of this video and I'm going to be dabbing it around the patient's latex skin. This helps create a gradient around the burn to make it look a little bit more lifelike, and it also hides the outer edges of my latex. Alright, after that, I'm just going to fix some spots. I feel like there should be a little bit more color. You can see I'm taking this darkest color that I have and going back in on some of these blisters and just covering them up a little bit more. Alright, and that is it for the third degree burn for this Moulage Monday. I hope I was able to teach you something valuable and that you enjoyed it. And I hope you will join me again for next week's Moulage Monday. Thanks for watching. Bye.